from day one of the challenges for LS performance has been cylinder wall thickness. Now, on the original LS1, it was a real challenge because you could only do pretty much a cleanup. You couldn't do any sort of an overbore before you ran into big issues. Now, the solution to that has been re-sleeving these blocks, and Texas Speed and Performance has got some really interesting fixes for that cylinder wall problem. Talk to me a little bit about what we're looking at here with these Darton sleeve blocks.
What we are doing is we're taking the Gen 4 aluminum block, we're removing the factory sleeves and replacing them with Darton's 5/850 length sleeve. So you get a longer sleeve, you get a much stronger sleeve, but you get a sleeve that's placed in a block with aluminum all the way around it. There's no worry about leaking coolant or any of the things that used to happen with early sleeve blocks.
And these sleeves are really well designed so that they're not going to move within the block.
Right, they're phenomenal design. They'll take a bunch of power. You can count on them to go to large bores. You know the bores will be in the correct place because it's not cast into the block. It allows you to be more aggressive with your bore centering and placement, so you can just make more power and be more consistent.
Now, you mentioned bore size. What's the biggest bore size we're talking about here?
We recommend 4170, 4175 to be about the max. We've seen some guys go out to 4185 in NA applications, but the 70 range is somewhere that I think people will be best.
So now we're not just talking about Gen 4 engines here either.
Gen 4 is the main focus of this because that's what all the sleeves are built for. The Gen 3, the way the water was set up, you would run into water when you were boring it. That made the sleeve have to be a completely different design. Whenever the guys used to have problems with sleeving, it was always on early Gen 3 blocks. The sleeves would move, the sleeves would do funny things, and the motor would just be a total waste. That's not really the case anymore. The Darton sleeve is set up with multiple layer steps, so the sleeve locks in multiple places. It's just a really rigid setup. It's just a phenomenal design.
Now, what about Gen 5 LT1 guys?
Absolutely the exact same process as the Gen 4. Luckily, the water from the standpoint of internally to the block stayed very similar. So the result is you can put that sleeve in either of those motors. You can build as big a motor as you want to go.
So it's not just an advantage in terms of bigger overall bore size, you're also getting some durability advantages as well, right?
Oh, no doubt. Yes, the material is far stronger than the factory material. You all of a sudden don't have to worry about if you have something go wrong that you crack the block and the sleeve and a total waste. The sleeve's just ready to take a bunch more abuse, whether it's in a application or a big boost application.
Well, now I'm convinced if people want to go big with Texas Speed and Performance, what's the best way to get more information?
You can jump on our website, texas-speed.com, or you can call in and talk to the sales guys. They can set you up anywhere from a short block to just the block to a long block to a turnkey to go in a retrofit build. You name it, we can do it.
Well, I'm going to start making some big plans here. You keep it right here because we got a ton more PRI coverage coming right at you.